Well, what do you think of that? I got one. Oh no. Great. Hi, I'm Greg Ovens, and this is Ovens Rocky Mountain Bushcraft. There we go. Oh. Now, I am so excited for this video. Now, this is a video that you guys have been waiting for a long time. This is the video where I get enough gold to make my fishing lure and catch fish with a solid gold fishing lure. Now, I want to give a special thanks to John Backus, who is letting me go to one of his claims where I can use a high banker and a pump, which I just bought for this occasion. Because realistically, if I'm going to try to do this video with a gold pan, the video will take months. And also, I have a friend with me that's going to help dig. We're going to work this high banker, and hopefully the ground is good, and I can get approximately a 1/4 ounce for this lure. 1/4 ounce would be about an $800 lure. So we're trying to make the world's most expensive lure. All right, let's go meet my helper, get set up, and then we're ready to dig gravel and get some gold. So here we are at the claim, and this is my buddy, Jeremy.
How's it going, you guys?
Now, Jeremy has a YouTube channel. Jeremy Does Things. So check out his channel. He does a lot of beach combing. What else do? You look for jade?
Well, we're out there doing things all the time. We like doing beach combing, salvaging, rock hounding, and gold panning. And that's how I met Greg here.
Yeah.
I like to have this hook on my hat all the time, and this is my lucky hook. And I want to gift this to you.
Oh, okay, man. I didn't expect that. Thanks, man. Yeah. Thanks again, John Backus, for letting us come here. Jeremy seemed to find a half-decent spot, but it's late in the day, raining. I got to set up my hammock, my tarp. Tomorrow we're going to hit it hard and hope that we get a fair amount.
Good to have a young back with you, hey?
Oh yeah. That's why I'm glad you came. So we're just getting the high banker set up. Jeremy's stringing the hoses out. We have to be 30 feet from the creek. We can't let our tailings go back into the creek, so we're 30 feet away. And we'll get this thing fired up and start shoveling some gravel. Jeremy's brother Vaughn is here to give us a hand. We're gonna do good, I'm pretty sure. That thing's pretty quick, eh?
You can just dump buckets right into this.
Yeah, no, it's great.
This is an amazing setup you have here, Greg. You're gonna get lots of gold and you're gonna catch lots of fish.
Yeah, man.
It went right up my nose.
Well, that was great that the boys did most of the shoveling, and we all put in a few hours here, and hopefully I have the gold I need. I gotta be careful taking these mats out so we don't lose any. All in the pail. We'll have to run some water with a pail down here because some of it will be on the bottom right at the sluice too. I want to rinse all of it. It doesn't matter where you start really, just rinse it all down. Hopefully we got my gold for the lure, man. So I want to thank the Collins boys. Man, they become good friends. Make sure you check out Jeremy Does Things, and his brother Vaughn, he does things too. I have to pan my concentrate out. I'm assuming, judging, that running that high banker for the day, I think we got quite a bit of gold. And also I'm going to add my gold from Australia. You can see there's a bit in there too. First thing to do though is pan out our concentrate. That'll take a bit of time because I forgot my magnet. This will take a bit of time. You can see we already have some flakes showing up. Like, I mean, some of these flakes, and I still got a lot of concentrate, I can pick right out with my finger even. For this much concentrate left, and seeing those size flakes like at the top, we got a bit, I'm sure of it. Now look at this. When I start, look at that. Look at that. Well, what do you think of that? Now, isn't that nice? There's my biggest piece, which is pretty much a nugget, I would say. Okay, well, we're at Tony's place here. We'll go in and get our gold melted down. You need some jewelry work and you're in Creston, come see Tony. Oh, here's the store. And there's my buddy Tony. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Greg.
So,
how are you?
You're going to melt some gold for me, I hope.
I am. I think we've known each other a long time.
Well, how many houses did I drywall for you?
More than I can count. Yeah, best drywaller in the world. It was a true shame to lose you to the internet, but amazing work that you've always had. We've had a good friendship. So, today, I'm told we might have some a little bit of a project for me.
Well, I just panned those concentrates out. We're going to weigh it up, melt it down, because we got to get this gold lure done. It's going to be golden, Jerry.
It's going to be a golden lure.
Yeah.
It's going to be a golden lost lure, or is it going to catch fish?
We're gonna see what happens. When we weigh it out, we'll know how much this lure is going to be worth. Okay. Dump that Australia stuff.
So we got some gold. And this
how much does this paper weigh? Anything?
Well, don't worry about that yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Put this on here. You got 3 grams, 2.9.
That's 2.9 grams, that gold?
That's 2.9 grams, it says. I'm going to take a magnet and run it over and grab some of the black sand. It's generally magnetic.
Yes, it is. Well, I think about 70% is magnetic, eh?
There's not very much black sand. You've done a good job cleaning it.
The Australia stuff, 2.9. And this we haven't weighed yet.
A lid like a Pepsi or a metal lid off the container. Really heat up.
My goal is 10 grams, which will be 1/3 of an ounce. So that would be over $1,000 lure. But we haven't weighed it yet. Well, yeah, you could make a guess. The Australia gold was 2.9 grams. Now I know this is more what I got on the claim compared to what I got in Australia. But make your guesses before we weigh it, I guess.
Yeah, down in the comments, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so here is the. Where is this gold from?
This, I'm not telling anybody. I said it's a secret.
Hidden Creek.
It's no Tally Creek. No Tally.
Oh, I thought it would be Mystery Creek, Hidden Valley. That's my favorite hunting spot to get animals out of the bush.
I don't know
Yeah.
what that was.
That
It does,
shows
it
up
does
there.
look like a shoe.
Yeah, it does look like a wood see. You need a drum roll. Do you have any music plays in your videos?
I
Any
think we're
dramatic drum rolls?
We're gonna need a drum roll for this, okay?
So this is the dry product now.
Nice.
10.6.
10.6 grams plus my 9 or 2.9.
2.9. That
So
makes
altogether,
13.5.
now that is more than 1/3 of an ounce.
Yes, but that's when you melt
Some
it
you'll
down.
melt. When you
We'll
melt
get
it
a
loose.
weight afterwards.
Okay.
You're gonna lose some in the melt because there are some impurities in there. Even though it's near pure gold, a lot of times when we melt down, you lose a tiny amount. And I guess we'll find out today. There she is in there, Greg.
Nice.
You can say goodbye.
Yeah, well.
Bye, bye, bye. So that's an ideal flame right there. That's just perfect for melting things. I'm going to come in above with some experience, hopefully, and not blast all of the stuff to pieces. I'll just roll the whole away. You see the gold starting to all stick together. The little blobs, the little tiny pieces are making into another piece, and they're all making buddies in there. So now we're getting ready to pour. Make sure our mold is nice and hot. Well, that was absolutely perfect. That's what the game plan was, to make one.
See how it looks silver right now, though?
Well, it's going to change all.
Oh, yeah,
kinds of
when it
colors.
cools down.
It's
Okay.
going through all kinds of color change. Yeah. Ooh, it's got nice consistency. Let's see what happens here. That's it.
Nice, thanks, Tony.
You can reach your hand in there, pick it out now.
Yeah,
It's just room temperature if you
Okay.
like. Wow, I love the color. Very close to pure gold. We melt down here
Look at
24
that.
karat sometimes.
I mean, I can feel the weight to this, Tony.
That's a
Okay?
button, and we call that the heft. So when you put it in your hand, the atoms are packed together very densely in gold, and it just feels good in your hand. Like it's the heft, we call it. 13.5 grams to start, and let's see, we should be just under that something or other. 13.1.
13.1.
Nice.
So we kept most of it. I achieved my goal, you guys, because I wanted 1/3 of an ounce, and this is actually over 1/3 of an ounce, right?
Yeah, it's over 1/3. 1/3 would be 10.5 or 10.4 or something like that. Yeah.
So I even got more than I wanted or needed as far as getting a start. Man, I'm happy with that. Okay,
Cool.
we'll see you next time.
We'll see you. Thank you.
You bet. I did the math. I checked the price today per gram. It's basically about $80 American per ounce, or a gram, I mean. So it works out anyway, $105 per gram Canadian. I'm just going to say the Canadian price because I'm in Canada, eh? Basically, it's $1,375 for this lure. That's just the piece of gold itself. Me and Jeremy spent some time, quite a bit of effort to get the gold. That's not giving ourselves a wage or anything. We're making the world's most expensive lure, I'm sure. Let's see how easily this is going to pound out. I'm just going to use the trailer ball on my truck. I've got a hammer, and we'll see if we can flatten this out quite a bit bigger. No, it's working. It's flattening. Okay, well, we'll just keep working on it. Well, you guys, I'm not one to try to hide failures, but this thing broke into 3 pieces. And it looks very kind of porous. Now, I don't know if it's because we put it in the water and it cooled too quick or what. I'm going to have to keep these pieces and either go back and see Tony or research why it didn't stick together. So it's going to have to be remelted and figure out why it would even break in the first place. Back to the drawing board with the lure. I am at my buddy Jim's here. I'll tell you, I've been working on this gold fishing lure for a while now. My daughter came from Australia, so I took a month and spent time with them, and then I got busy on other adventures, and I still have not dealt with the broken pieces of gold. So we're going to attempt to try to melt it here again what my idea is I picked up some spoons, but I think if I take 2 spoons, teaspoons, and if it melts, put another teaspoon on top of it and press it together while it's hot, I think I'll have the right shape. So apparently you're supposed to add borax when you're trying to melt the gold. So I'm not exactly sure, but they say it lowers the melting point of the gold, and I researched it, but it doesn't really lower the melting point of the gold, but it encases it in like a liquid that probably transfers the heat, and they say that it helps keep the heat or reduces the loss of heat. It is melting. Let's try that again. It's not as easy to melt gold, obviously, as they tell you or make out. Nope. Nope. Okay. Doesn't seem to work. So I am back in Creston, and my buddy Tony the jeweler, now what he suggested, that you make a mold out of the cuttlefish bones and we can pour the gold into it. This looks pretty good. I got a nice shape and it'll fit inside.
So I got my lure shape that we're going to aim for.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to...
and what's going to keep the gold from staying in the hoop?
well, the 2 sides of the clamp, the 2 pieces.
Right.
Generally it goes like this, and then we can make any size piece we want, but there's
Right.
2... That's the thickness that we have of our gold previous, right? So
Pretty much.
that's too thick because of the crystallization of it. It went back to its natural state. So we're taking a piece of wire. This is sterling silver wire. We're going to try and make it nice and smooth so we don't have to file on it so much, or make a spoon shape. So we're pretending like a spoon, and then we got to say how big of a fish do we want to catch.
Well, that's about the right size.
Something big.
Well, I want big fish.
How about record? A record fish for...
Record bass.
Yeah, record. Oh, bass. It'll catch a bass for sure.
So then you're going to pour it in there.
Yeah, I'm going to aim for there. I'm going to use my clamp to hold her down. Let's see how tight I can get this. So that's our target. It's
Okay,
right
and
there.
It should be the right... Yeah, because I don't like the idea of carving or shaving too much off, because it's just a flat...
No, it's going to be
square piece,
flat,
yeah.
and then we'll be able to use 2 spoons to bend it into like
Yeah,
2
yeah.
regular tablespoons.
Yeah, I
and then
wanna
the
do
idea
that
is
part, but-
to liquefy it and shoot it down this hole.
Yeah.
Let's give her a shot, Greg.
Okay.
So here we go. We're
Okay,
gonna-
so we'll try this again.
It's all going down there like that. And see, we're lucky the first time.
Did it go down or just stay
Yeah.
on the top? Good.
And nothing.
See, it didn't go through.
No, not hot enough. Less on top this time. That's got to be good.
This did work out. There's the gold lure. It's kind of got a little tail on it here. Kind of like a fish anyway, and that's what we want, fish. I can bend it by hand. Like I've already bent an angle on it. So this I can shape into whatever I want until it spins. Yeah, look at how much I bent it already,
Oh,
just
soft,
by
yeah.
hand.
Go
Yeah.
bite it with your teeth.
Ow, my tooth! No.
You gotta go to the dentist.
Well, yeah. Break my tooth now. Okay, that's a cool shape. I'm gonna get on making this tonight. Well, maybe we can drill the hole now.
Yeah, you can drill the hole. Another thing I was thinking you could do, like, if you're in bushcraft, you could eat your soup with it, right?
Well, you wouldn't.
Especially if you've only made a small amount of soup.
Yes, you wouldn't get much on there. No. Okay. Right on. Well, I sure am glad to be getting somewhere with this lure. 10 grams is what I ended up with. So it's still basically 1/3 of an ounce. I'm gonna dismantle one of my MEPs. The little piece that was on the end here that I was gonna attach broke off. So I guess I'll have to drill another little hole through here. I got a bunch of parts here. Nip these ends off and I think we're good.
They should call it round team. Let's go, Jerry. Go!
Got the lure finished. It looks pretty. I got 10-pound test here to the hook. And on this end, I'm going to use 20-pound braided. So, we should not lose it. Looks like a face here. Look at it. Chin, mouth, nose, eye. Look at that. It looks like this lure has an actual face. Right down to the eye, even an eye. It's like it's yelling at the fish. Wow, because it knows. It's screaming, "Come and get me." We're here to try the gold fishing lure out. I'm gonna do a little test in the water and see how it spins. I think I was gonna test it in the bathtub, but we're at the lake. The sun is out, so we should be able to see it sparkle nice and shiny. Let's give her a try. It's hard to follow it. Well, it was almost spinning. There it goes. This is stressful. I tell you. She's a beauty though. I don't really want to cast it. I'll tell you why. Because the gold is so heavy, I can envision it slapping the water. It'll go way out, slap the water, and break off the lure itself because it's a heavy lure. So we're just gonna let it out gently and then troll. So I am here at this lake. Now I've never been here, but I've heard good things about this lake. Catch some rainbow. It's rainbow in here. And I got here late. I don't have a lot of time. I'll set up a camp, have something to eat. Hopefully we have success with the lure. But anyway, I'll get set up for the night. There we go. In the morning, we'll give her a go. I got one. I didn't get any yesterday, but I was just coming into shore and I had a little bite. Set the hook here. Just a little guy, but it's a start. All right, so obviously we want something bigger than this little guy, but it's a start. Our first little fish early in the morning out here. Yesterday I had 2 little nibbles, but I didn't catch any fish. So I'm out here early in the morning trying again, and we got this little guy first off. But man, he's only about 9 inches. But I want to catch like a 2-pounder with this lure, so let's get fishing again. But success with our gold lure. Nice and calm out here, but hopefully this fog burns off. Okay, I got another one here. Try to get some. Oh, did he get off? No, he doesn't feel very big again. Anyway, we got our fish, but the GoPro keeps going off. Okay, that's better. Okay, here we go. Well, I've been out here for a while. It's nice, the sun's starting to come out and the fog is burnt off quite a bit. It's warmer and no bites after those two. I'm hopeful, but at least I have a couple for the catch and cook. I just don't really want to keep using this lure because it's inevitable I'll end up losing it. Inevitable. And you always lose lures, get snagged, and this lure is about 3 times heavier than an ordinary Mepps, so I have to go a little faster than I ordinarily would. It doesn't look like I'm going fast, but I'm going faster than I would with a number 3 Mepps. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Snagged. I got in too close. I can see the trees and stuff.
I like to have this hook on my hat all the time, and this is my lucky hook. And I want to gift this to you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Go back. Oh no. Great. But I was just faking you out. I took it off. I knew that'd get you going. But I think we're gonna go back and cook those 2 fish, but hey, that was a good joke. Well, I'm just gonna cook my fish up on my Coleman because I kind of want butter. Got my salt and my butter, my 2 little pan fries. The one's really tiny, but hey, success. That's the main thing. It really is, because man, you know, there was a lot of effort that went into getting the gold, melting it twice. I attempted to melt it myself. That didn't work. Finally, with the mold, we got it the right shape. Approximately 10 grams, maybe a smidgen under, which is basically 1/3 of an ounce, a troy ounce. So that's an expensive lure when you go with the prices of today. It was quite the adventure though, but success. I was getting worried. I really was getting worried that we weren't going to get some fish because the fishing was slow, but we succeeded. And I got you guys good with that trick, didn't I? Pretending I got snagged. I thought I just had to do that. I just had to. Looks good. Skin's nice and crispy. I like using butter to fry them up because you get the skin nice and crispy. Very good. Like usual. Rainbow's good fish. Something I was going to say though, in conclusion here to this video, is fishing is supposed to be fun, relaxing. That was stressful. It was just stressful. Every time trolling around with that, I envisioned a big one snapping the line or breaking the lure off. So, we're going to retire the lure. I'm going to get it engraved, hang it up on the wall or something. Or maybe I'll auction it off even. But when you think about the work that went into making the lure, getting the gold, obviously I wouldn't sell it cheap. Well, I'll finish this up and get on with a new adventure. I'm all packed up, ready to head on to a new adventure. Thanks for watching, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I got lots of adventures planned, but I think that was unique to take a chance on losing that amount of gold in a gold lure. And so I'm kind of glad that the video's over and I didn't lose it. Thanks you subscribers, thanks viewers for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.